What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Toshi today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. Here we are on this, the 2nd of May. 9 hours, 40 minutes left in the day here at about half a cent, just above there. Up 18, almost 19% right now on this day from yesterday and even the day before from your recent low. Oh, let me get the magnet on there. You're up like 40%, man. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Makes me wish I bought 3 days ago, right? That's on the bright side, though. It looks like it's just getting started. It looks like this move is only beginning right now. You've moved up here in a very spectacular fashion, consolidated for about a week, bounced off your overbought zone, and now you're poised to go higher. Where are you going to go if you go higher? Now, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Let's look at this real quick and make sure that there's the appropriate volume on there. Yeah, that's good volume. Okay, cool. Yeah. So where are you going to go if you go higher? Um, let's see, from a high to a low. Odds are you're going to go all the way up to the 786, which is this blue line, or the 886. So that's something between about a like 50% growth to maybe a 90% growth from the current price. And you're at the top of this range. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to say that this is a good area to buy. I'm just saying that there's 90% and at a minimum about 50% of a pump to go. The way that turbo moves is it really only moves at one pace, right? It's definitely at a turbo pace. And today seems to be rather convincing that we are making this move. Let's look at the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frames and see if we can deduce how convincing it is. Let's see. 1-hour time frame here with volume, right? Volume's dying off a little bit, but kind of not. I mean, I like it. I don't have a problem with it. Yeah. 1-hour time frame and being at the top of this area where we found resistance before. You might find resistance now. You're pretty overbought. You're not like crazy overbought, but you're pretty overbought. And you find resistance at this area a good bit of the time. We could put a horizontal line right there, right? You can see resistance all the way through here. Yeah, just generally in this area. If you push higher right now immediately, it's not going to be all the way up to these areas that we were talking about. You probably will have turbulence along the way. It wouldn't surprise me. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor here. This is my thoughts on, is it a good time to buy now? All these things are coming to 50 to 90% pump in one day. Maybe it's one day, maybe it's 5 days. This thing moves at a very fast pace, but in a very short amount of time, whenever the breakout does happen, it'll probably take less than a week for these prices to be realized. But are we breaking out now is the question. Could we be finding resistance here, coming back down, finding support, and then getting ready to break out at a later date, right? On a 1-hour time frame, I would say, and again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, if I was looking to buy, I would wait. Because worst thing that happens is it goes up a little bit more, this RSI gets a little bit more overbought, and then we probably would need to recover to some degree. And even if I had to buy at higher prices, I would more confidently buy there personally. Or it might even come all the way back down to this price and you could buy there. So really, it's no harm, no foul. You just shave off a little bit of the earnings, but you're at least buying in a position of strength, buying from a recent pullback. Or you wait, and best case scenario, and this is kind of what I think might happen here is we do pull back. We find support at prior resistance here, showing that we have a higher low and that we do want to move up, but we just pull back a little bit, psych people out, make them think that you're getting some kind of double top or triple top or whatever, psych them out, scare them out, make them think that it's going down. That's what they call a shakeout. It's where people like me who want to get in, it's like a last call opportunity to get in. They get in, and the people like I don't know, like first years, they get shaken out and scared because they think that anytime the price moves down, that means that it's going to go all the way to zero, right? So I don't know, that could happen. That is kind of the way I'm leaning so far, looking at this RSI the way it is. Bit of a double top right there, and you've got a higher high right there, clear as day. So that is a form of bearish divergence there. Low to high. Yeah, I could really see you're at 0057 right now. I could see you moving down to 005232. But this is playing with fire, guys. Turbo, just because I'm saying I could see it going down here does not mean that it will. It could definitely just keep running. But I think that it will. I think that it will. Let's see. That's not what I meant to do. Let's see here. Just similar, right? Very, very similar. So you look at this here. You're at the top here. Ignore the wick, right? Ignore the scam wick. But here you are at the top of this zone. I bet everybody thought, oh, we're going to break out. We're going to go higher. And you did. You did. But first, you pulled back a little bit, right? You pulled back a little bit. And on this attempt right here, you had a double top in your RSI right at the exact same levels that we're at now. Okay, very similar circumstance. Even here, you had a slightly lower high, basically a double top there, in this area, right? And that still signaled that you were going lower. Even here, you went lower still, right? So just showing the resistance can still be there, even if you are inevitably going to break out of it. It really wouldn't surprise me if we pulled back from here. Low to high, look at that. Where did you go? Right to your 382, right there, perfect. It's a very, very bullish signal to bounce off your 382 most of the time, or bearish if you're bouncing off it to the downside. Low to high here, the 382, it just so happens to be right here at a prior area of resistance, prior area of resistance, prior area of support, and resistance, resistance. Yeah, sounds about right to me. Sounds about right. I think you do pull back a little bit. You load up, and then you blow up. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen. Literally like a shotgun. This is you loading up, and then bam, right? That's what's going to happen. That's the expectation there. So I like this. The 1 hour paints a pretty picture there. 15-minute time frame also showing bearish divergence, also volume dying off as you're moving up. So yes, I'm feeling pretty confident in that. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you're looking at Turbo right now and you're like, it's up 17%, I need to buy right now. That's what they call FOMO, my friends. No FOMO here, okay? It's not something that we do around these parts. On a 4 hour basis, or at least we try to avoid it, right? It's not bearish divergence. I wouldn't call this bearish divergence. It looks good is what it looks like, but I mean, hey, sometimes you get overbought, you come out of it, and then you continue, right? You don't the whole way up, you don't just go like this all the way up here. No, you meander, right? You meander, and then you make your way up there. So first instance of getting overbought might indicate that we're getting our first instance of meandering. And look, it's at that same area from last time. Even on the 4 hour, the RSI is completely comparable to what we did here when we pulled back to this 382 from the low to the high. I'm not saying this has to happen, but it's very similar, very comparable to that zone there. So I'm going to stick with that. Turbo right now, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you're looking to buy, and I might buy some of this, honestly, I'll let you guys know if I do on X.com. Follow me at Chris Harris 85 on X.com if you want to follow any of my trades or anything like that. Anytime I make a purchase or a sell, if I think it's worth talking about, I will post it on X.com. There are some trades that I do, like in the meme coin markets, or like riskier trades that I'll do that I don't talk about. If they do well, if they do good, if they do bad, I still don't talk about them. I don't care because I don't want people getting, and oftentimes I actually do really well with these riskier trades, but I don't like to advertise that because I know what I'm doing, and it can go from going right to going wrong in a matter of like a second. You know what I mean? So these kind of trades are in and out, more or less, right? The trades that I do post on here are the ones that I'm more comfortable for people to see because I think that they're more forgiving, right? Even if you're not watching it on that exact moment, you might have an hour or two for things to turn around. I don't know how much sense that's making or not, but essentially I do post a lot of trades on X.com. I just don't post high risk trades, right? And Turbo, in my opinion, is not a high risk trade. I think that this right here will be a good buying opportunity. The only reason I'm going into this length at all is I'm considering buying here. I'm not buying here as of now. I'm just considering it. And if I do pull the trigger, you guys can find out on X.com. I'll probably tell you here. I'll make a video. I always do make videos whenever I buy or sell things as well, but X will be the first place to get it normally. It's very rare that I buy or sell on a video, right? It's not so rare that I do it when I'm not making videos, so then I post it on X. Anyways, enough of that. That was a mouthful. That was kind of a headache right there. I almost wanted to restart the video because it trailed off so much. But we've gotten so much good information. I just can't do that. Yeah, we're probably going to pull back to what was the price? 005227. That's perfect. That's the exact area. 5227, baby. That's where we're going. That's a safe area right there to buy from. Yes. Okay. Daily time frame. Daily time frame looking super bullish. Yeah, super bullish. I want to get this on the all-time history. So overbought, now you're not, and you're bouncing off the overbought zone. So today, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, you can drop all the way back to that area today. All the way back. By the end of the day, you're at 5227. 005227. You're right there. And that's fine because you still have a green day and you're still getting this bounce here. So as long as you're promoting green days, as long as you're bouncing off this overbought zone and not just coming back into it or getting out of it like this. I think that the time frame for when this next pump is going to happen, it's very soon, right? What do I mean by very soon? I mean, we got 2 days, 10 hours left in this week. It could be by the end of this week that you're all the way up another 50 to 90% from here. And that's just from here, right? We look at this price right now. The next target area at a minimum is about 51% away, 93% away. But if we go down to 5227, something right around here, that turns it into a, instead of a 51% gain at a minimum, it's a 65% gain. That's nice. Or to 109% instead of a 93%. So that adds a little bit, right? So patience pays. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you buy here and you just wait like a week, you're probably going to be fine. You'll be happy with that decision. But if you wait, I think you'd be happier. That's what I'm going to do. So I got nothing else for you guys. That's all I want to talk about. Will Turbo go higher than these prices? Absolutely it will. It's just first, being that this is your all-time high area that you consolidated at for months, man, from May until December, like the better part of half of a year, you consolidated here for so damn long. I wouldn't expect that you just tear through it on the first attempt. I would think you probably do find turbulence here for a little bit, and then you continue to run, right? Something like that. Probably by the end of the month of May, you'll start moving up higher, out of this zone and seeing new all-time highs. That's all I got for you guys, though. And when you do see new all-time highs, 2.7 cents, 6.2 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents, all those kind of targets come to play. So we have that to look forward to. But genuinely, I am done now. So hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I will see you on the next one. Good job, Turbo. And not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if I was holding Turbo today, this would be a good area to take profits. That's all I'm saying. Because I mean, where are you going to drop to? And it's already dropped a little bit, right? It would have been better at the beginning of this video. It's going to drop another 7%. Maybe it's not worth playing with it. I don't really like to play with anything. I mean, if I can get more than a 5% difference, I'll play with it if I'm certain of it. And this one I'm pretty certain of. So maybe I would take the sell. But like if my friend was asking me, should I play the game right now? I'd be like, dude, just wait. It's not even a 10% drop. It's not worth it, right? That's I don't know though. It's still at a good area to sell, for being honest, but I don't know if it's worth the play, because here's the deal: I can be wrong, and if it just rips from here, wouldn't that suck? Because you're just trying to make an extra 7%. No, it's not. This is not worth the potential move up that's coming. You know what I mean? So I'll just leave it there. All right, take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.